feel it's vibrating. It's shaking. Yeah. So you can see it's vibrating, and that is what I would need to change. Are you serious? I just did it. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh, I just installed it. That is totally crazy.
Hey, the craziest thing that happened to me recently. I recently was able to fix a problem in my car. My car is a Nissan Altima 2015 and has about close to 215,000 mileage. That's a lot. And I was needing to fix a couple of things. The most recent one I just recently attended to was my car was wobbling after 40 miles per hour. I'm having this wobbling effect. They usually call it the death wobble, and you can't go more than 40 miles per hour because something is terribly wrong, and there's all this grinding and clunking noise coming from underneath the car. And you know what, I've been to different mechanic shops and they were trying to diagnose, everybody giving me crazy bills, 690 just for labor, 300. We're not even talking about the parts yet. You know what, I said to myself, I actually heard that there was somebody, a particular guy that actually became a mechanic by watching a lot of YouTube videos. I said to myself that most of these mechanics are not actually um, repairing anything. They are just mostly replacing. So all I needed to do was to find out what was missing, to just find out how to replace most of these parts. And that's exactly what I did. I started to watch videos on how to the different tools that a new mechanic would need, and I actually went and got those parts, those tools, and I started fixing my car myself. And that's actually what I'm actually going to be showing you in my new show. It's called the Accidental Mechanic. So I'm going to be showing you in a couple of videos upcoming. I'm going to be showing you how I eventually fix it. If you want to see more videos like this, please stay tuned with me and watch and subscribe, like, comment, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching.
Okay, I started out as a mechanic basically for the purpose of reducing auto repair costs for my car. I do a lot of driving in my work, and as a result, I have higher wear and tears on my car because I'm driving my car more than a regular user. The higher wear and tear on my car translates most times to car troubles and outright breakdown of my car sometimes. My car has developed issues and is vibrating a lot, and I can't drive above speeds of 30 or 40 miles per hour. In order to get into trouble with other cars on the highway, I just stay off of the highway and I just drive only on the service lanes. I've been to different mechanics and they pointed out issues with a broken CV axle and tie rod on my driver's side. So here is actually the tie rod that is actually connected to the knuckle, and that's the shaft. So this is the suspension or the strut. So that's actually the knuckle bolts. Those are the bolts that's holding the knuckle, which is connected to the wheel. And here is the CV axle, which is inserted into the transmission. That is what will be coming off from this point. So what I intend to do is to use a pry bar to try to pry and pull it out, and that's actually what I'm going to be doing. So what I intend to do here is just a better view of the CV axle attached to the transmission, and you can see the CV axle is the boot is actually ripped off and all that grease is out, and that's actually what's causing the metal to metal grinding or scraping sound. So what I'll be doing now is that I'll be using my ratchet with the 32mm to take down the nut that connects the shaft to the wheel hub. And what I will be doing is, okay, right now I'll be taking out the sensor cable, and I'll be taking other clippings that are actually connected, and also the bolt on the nut on the knuckle head, which connects to the wheels of the car. So a CV axle or a constant velocity axle makes it possible for the transmission of your car to drive the front wheels. So your car can actually drive these front wheels smoothly by permitting a range of motions through the use of bearings.
This is the outer, this is the inner, this is the one that goes in to the transmission.
According to Google, a tie rod serves as a connection between the steering system and the wheels during the turning of your car. A tie rod connects the steering rack of your car to the steering knuckle, which is actually connected to the wheel of your car. So basically, without the tie rod, your car can't actually turn. That's just as simple how a tie rod works. The tie rods of your car are actually divided into the inner and outer sections, which are actually adjustable. If you have ever heard anything about wheel alignment, what's actually going on is that the tie rods are actually being adjusted to balance with the steering system of your car, and that's actually basically what is done with when you do your wheel alignments. So if you live in an area like where I live in Dallas, you will notice that there are a lot of bad roads. So most likely you will see that a lot of people will be having issues with bad CV axles or bad tie rods, because many times this part gets worn out as a result of driving in a lot of bad road conditions, and that usually translates to these parts getting worn out quickly. Typically, a pry bar would be appropriate to be able to take out the CV axle and pry it out of the transmission, but because the car is not really jacked up properly and very limited space is what I have to work with, so I had to use other means to be able to take out the CV axle. I got a tool which is a sliding hammer from Harbor Freight, and proved to be very effective. All I needed to do was to just insert the tip of it and put into the CV axle, part of the CV axle which was attached to the transmission, and just use the sliding hammer to slam several times to be able to pull it or pry it out of the transmission, and that worked very great.
Finally! Good gracious! I did it! Took me almost a whole day to fix this. Now finally I got the CV axle removed. Jesus Christ. Oh. Man, this was difficult. I was gonna give up, but no. My determination is crazy. This is the broken CV axle. Okay. This is the outer that goes to the wheel bearing. Oh, and that's the one that broke off. And that was the one that had the... You can see where it yanked off. It yanked off from here. Okay, it yanked off from here, and I was able to get that out using this boy. That's a tool I bought from Harbor Freight. I was able to yank it out and give it some beating, and it succumbed to the pressure. And finally, the transmission fluid is take your time, leak all you can. This dude gave me hell. Ooh, finally. You can go in there, you see all the, so it was even dried up, and that's what was causing the grinding. So you can see even the bearing of one of them came off. Look at the bearing for this, it's called the Spider. The bearing, one of them, I think it fell off over there. So this is going to be replaced with heavyweight superhero. So I'll take a break now, then I'll go ahead with okay, I'll put it the way it's supposed to be. Is actually what you're looking at. Okay. Yeah. So collected all of that stuff. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. Now we'll be going back into the car. So I'm about to start the installation of mine.
I will not lie, I'll tell you something that I have come to really appreciate and understand the reason why those mechanics usually charge really high labor fee for, especially the CV axle. Inserting the CV axle, it was like hell. I'm telling you, I think I fell sick many times trying to insert the CV axle. In fact, at one point, I was going to throw in the towel. I just said to myself, I said, look, this is ridiculous. I couldn't just continue. I thought maybe I should just abandon the whole thing and just go get a proper mechanic to just help me. But somehow I just found some courage and I just was able to pull through. I cannot show the craziness that I went through because I just want to just make a very limited video to show you. Probably if the you want to see a full video of what I went through, I can actually do a complete video where I actually went and I showed all the different difficulties, excruciating pain and stages that I went through in starting or and fixing the car. So if you're interested in things like that, please let me know. But I just did a summary of these different experiences I had. But I'll tell you the truth, I almost threw in the towel. I was going to call a proper mechanic to just help me through. But somehow, like I said, I was just able to do it.
I just did it. Whoa. Oh my God. Oh, I just installed it. That is totally crazy. Wow. Oh my God. Oh. Oh shoot! I just installed it. That was not difficult at all. That was not difficult at all. That was not difficult at all.
my God. Oh my God, the tie rod. In fact, if you thought that I went through hell, or if I thought I went through hell with the CV axle, I cannot explain and tell you exactly what I went through with the tie rod.
Prepare to die.
The tie rod were far more difficult than the CV axle. Compared to the CV axle, I'll say the tie rod, it was like a 10 over 10 craziness. It was so difficult. In fact, I had stripped the knot, and the knot usually is what would tie the tie rod to the knuckle, which was connected to the wheel, and the knot got stripped off because I was doing a lot of hammering, which I should not do, and that was very bad. And because of all those hammering, trying to get at removing the knot, I ended up stripping the thread of the bolt that connects to the tie rods, and the knot couldn't fix back in, and that made my car undrivable, meaning that even after fixing the CV axle, I couldn't drive my car. I had to also fix the tie rod as well. If not, I wouldn't be able to move anywhere. So that is actually what I went through with the tie rods. So imagine you're playing a video game and you thought that you had just dealt with the mid-level boss. Now you got to face the final boss.
Don't make me laugh.
The final boss that I had to handle was the jammer knot. The jammer knot is actually what connects the outer tie rod to the inner tie rod. And I tell you, I was trying to twist and unscrew it in a wrong way. I did that. In fact, I had to use a lighter to be able to put some fire in there to make and try to make the knot and knot a little bit loose, but all those didn't work. In fact, I worked for close to 8 hours, almost a full day, trying to get that knot off, and I was actually doing it the wrong way. I had to watch a YouTube video where I saw my mistake, and I had to just correct myself, and I actually twisted the other way, and it just worked immediately. So what I was doing was that for almost 8 hours, I was actually trying to unscrew it in a wrong way, and it wouldn't yield. It's called a jammer knot for a reason, and it just jammed and would not even turn. I used fire, I used penetrant oil, I used different things. I tried to hammer it, tried to put some hammers, and it wouldn't just yield until I watched the YouTube video again. And when I saw what my mistake, I realized, and I actually just corrected my course, and boom, it just loosened up, and that was it.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so what we're looking at here is the outer tie rod. This is the one I just took out, and you can see the play. This actually is not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to have movement like this. Look at this one compared to this one. See how stiff this is? That's how it's actually supposed to be. What I'm doing here is I'm actually trying to twist the number of turns. Usually what happens, especially when you're doing wheel alignment, the mechanic usually will use a tape to measure and pinpoint the number of turns that will be required to take off the tie rod, the outer tie rod. So once he has done the number of twists to take off the tie rod, he has to do those number of turns to be able to replace and put the tie rods actually in the correct place, and the car will be actually the next thing that will be done will be an alignment. So that's exactly what is going on here. Alright, so having gone through all that adventure, I'm back to testing my car, and you can see my car is performing properly. I'm not having any vibrations. I'm doing like 60 no vibrations, everything is clean, everything is working well. You can see I'm still on 60, no vibrations, everything is moving smoothly as it should. So that is actually my whole adventure, which I'm actually documenting, and I hope you've been able to learn a thing or two. So I will be showing other videos where I'm getting to fix other issues with my car. My main goal is actually to restore my car as much as possible to how it was originally, to bring it to a state where everything is really in top shape, everything is really healthy. That's actually my goal. So I have been able to fix the CV axle and also the outer tie rod to prevent my car from and to take out all those vibrations has finally stopped. I'm really happy with what I have. I'm really happy with the results, and I want to say that's actually the conclusion of this video. I want to say thank you very much for watching this video. If you watched this far, I want to appreciate. I want to say thank you very much. I want to say please do well to like, do well to subscribe, do well to comment, and tell me what you want to see in my videos. I really appreciate it. I want to say thank you again for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.